Welcome, Georgia551 here, and this little craft theory series, it may not be a continuous series, is building a resort. And as you can see behind me, there's a resort. Let's take a look at it just because we can, if we can have 5 things correctly and not screw up, which I always do. This particular one, we enter, if you take this railroad track that comes from downtown, you enter this grandiose lobby. I don't want to fall there. And you can get out if you do get stuck. Nice lobby, beautiful work here. Nice, open and airy. You can also get here via the nether hub. Nice big open airy thing, waterfall. And when you get to this point here, you walk across the main grounds to the main thing itself. So here's the lobby. It's not 100%, but it's very close. And you can see it's the architecture itself is very simple, but the design of it is quite grandiose, and it works very well. Faked jungle tree here, very, very well done. Either that or it was an actual one and just cut it up a little bit. Here's where you check in and what have not. This is the service desk there, and right here are where the rooms are going to be. 2 towers. There's Tower 1 and Tower 2. Far less built. So anyway, I thought I'd end this right here. There we go. And I'll leave an F1 so you can see clearly. And this is a resort. Oh, and I just forgot to tell you one little thing. I did not build this. This is actually built by a member of the Craft Theory server, DieselDesigns. He's got a series of videos. Again, also not a continuous series on building this said hotel. Probably not up to this point, but pretty close. So anyway, I got the idea. I built a road that goes all the way to the northern border, which isn't very far, and it's 1,500 blocks away from the 0 point. So I figure I'm gonna do a actually this way is where I want to go. There's a 2-for. 1, I'm gonna show you this road that I built, and 2, the very hotel that I am actually building. Of course, his is all fantasy and stuff. It's supposed to be, when it's all said and done, on a giant floating island with floating towers. Pretty cool fantasy stuff. However, mine is more on the realistic side of things, because I don't really have that much of an imagination like DieselDesign does. And of course, if I forget to, I didn't in the last video. One moment. There, you can hear me. Suddenly my frame rate sucks. Anyway, link to his channel will be in the description, and of course you can bother me if I fail to do it. Anyway, as I said, I built a road. I have made some sort of reference to it before. The original road went here, banked left into town. There's DieselDesign's banner store and his very own abode. And the senior center, which is behind this thing with the giant open sign. That's the previous video. Anyway, I'm going to show you the road that I built, which started right here. And of course, I'll show you again. Suburb Connector Project by Georgia551. Somebody else is going to connect to this road, which was one of the main purposes. connecting the Forgotten Lands. We won't do this all by foot. I do have a horse, and I am not going to pause the video. So basically what I'm going to do is, I found on the northern border that it is kind of an oceanside area. So it's going to be an oceanside sort of themed place. Outside of the main building, it's going to be more like a standard hotel. And we are next to the house that I built, that is built next to this prison, which actually will help spawn in villagers and stuff like that. Anyway, the road goes around here, and doesn't this look familiar up there on the left? And we eat now. That is my house, right there on the left. It's on what is referred to as Georgia 551's cul-de-sac in the Nether Hub. And speaking of the Nether Hub, there's the building to said Nether Hub. I believe I've shown you the hub before. If not, I'll show you at least my portion of it. Here we are. It's in the red tunnel. As you can see, it doesn't take very long to get there. When you exit, you find the red tunnel, and, well, there it is, right there. Georgia 551's cul-de-sac, which is going to ultimately become a small neighborhood filled with villagers that you can trade with. So there is a rhyme and reason. It's not, trying to make myself look all big and stuff. Anyway, here we are. I built these horse stables, and just to speed up things, we're gonna, or maybe not speed things up. Yeah, horse isn't the fastest thing in the world, but we're gonna take the rest of the road. So we skipped a ultra tiny piece of it. Yeah, not the fastest horse in the world, but it's only a 1,500 block road anyway, so it's not like it's a big deal. And we're gonna stay on the road for the most part. So ultimately, I know of at least one person, Stutter, that wants to connect to this road, which, like I said, is part of the main purpose, is to Stutter to serve the underserved. And of course, if they have more people join the server, there's, as you can see, plenty of land in which people can join in and build stuff on. And you got a road. Oh, the timing looks like it's gonna be crap. Oh, what do you know? Well, what I'll do is I'll get to a certain point. In fact, this might be the certain point right here, because we're in the middle of nowhere. And just to prove to you, I don't have anything good, really. Just to kind of prove to you that I am starting where I left off, I'll make this very tiny pillar of wool right there. So, yeah, I don't want to do this at night. So what I'm going to do is continue this video a little later after beating and killing a bunch of enemies. Alright, daytime has come, and yeah, I kinda demolished half of this pillar. This is proof enough that I'm showing you that I'm continuing from the same point. And things are starting to lag up a bit. So, we continue on. Show you this road, because I don't want to do the end of this road at night. Stutter. Anyway, this server does have a world border, as I alluded to, 1,500 blocks out from the 0 point in all directions. You will notice that. fact, we're pretty close to it now. Something there I'm going to show you a little later. I just want to show you the end of this road. This was the worst part of it. This took the longest of any section of the road. Had to terraform a little bit. Then there's a bridge, which ultimately, as you can see, the road just comes to a sudden end because you can now see, if YouTube compression isn't destroying it too much, there it is, the border. We cannot go any further. We are at 1500 in the Z direction, heading north. And there you go, facing north. There's the border. Part of the resort that I'm building will hopefully come out this way as I kind of torch this land a little bit. Have some more outbuilding hotel rooms. And it will extend, the main building will extend into this. Some amenities will extend out here to the ocean, as well as that over there. But this is what I want you to see, and this is what I care about. Is the resort as it is standing right now, which really isn't much of anything, but you gotta start somewhere. And here it is. Kind of hard to see because it's only a cellar hole yet again. As you can see, it's not a complete cellar hole. There's grass there and gravel. Well, that's not gravel. That's a stone of some sort. I can't remember off the top of my head. And sections of the floor that are 1 deep. That's because this stone will not be the floor. It's going to be dug down that one particular deepness, and a wooden floor will be put in. So, with the 21-year tradition, we are putting in another Underarms Hotel suite, and you're in the way. Thank you very much. The Underarms Hotel Oceanside, and this will be the main building. Built by Georgia 551, of course. And again here, I had a hard time doing the Underarms logo in Minecraft signage, but I sort of got it to work. Anyway, it's going to mostly be a stained clay exterior. It'll have white walls. There'll be some light gray clay walls. I know it's more like tannish pink and darker tannish pink, but you get the idea. We're definitely going to need the wool for beds. Someone gave me a bed for building this road, which I actually didn't need, but it will be very useful there. Some gunpowder. We don't need that anymore. That was blasting the hole for this building. Bone meal. Yeah, we're gonna need more clay blocks, obviously. And black will be the border clay block. As you can see, quite a ways to go. Anyway, here's the main entry, and as you can see, there's nothing really here yet. Just a structural support system. And over here will be the front desk. And like I said, where it's going to be dug down one and a wooden floor will be put in its place outside of where the pillars are. Hence why the 1 deep holes that are here are not filled in. And this actually overlooks, I don't know if you can see it if I jump. One more time. Yeah, there. It overlooked a cave system. It kind of straddles over it. And as you can see, it's sort of built into the hill, if I can... Yeah, this thing's pretty cooperative. It's built into the hill. There you can see a couple windows, sort of. Well, YouTube compression might take that away. Actually, there's a couple right there. And that will be the lobby, the check-in, and all that stuff. Like I said, there's pretty much nothing here right now except for a foundation hole. And some sort of architecture. Not a whole lot, but something. So with that being said, you get to see 2 resorts. One that I'm building. Oh, this front view, hard to do. Which is right there, not much of anything yet. And one DieselDesigns has made, which is quite a lot further along. Anyway, this is the 4th Under Arms hotel ever built. The first one was in the game of Doom, a level simply called the Under Arms Hotel, released, I think, September of 1994. I know it was late 94 for sure. Second Under Arms Hotel is a high-rise on my REoL TOUGH City server. Third Under Arms built was a small hotel next to the REoL Mall is a one that doesn't exist anymore. It is actually a it's Emerald City Mall because it's Emerald themed. And now this one here on the Craft Theory server. First one outside of anything owned by REoL TOUGH. Okay, I know this was not the most exciting thing. I edited out a part because I didn't think it was really a good comment that I added in. But anyway, I know looking at this doesn't look exciting, but I don't like the seasick thing a lot of people do is going, doesn't that just make you seasick? I'd rather keep it still or maybe do a slight pan like this. Anyway, this is the hotel and building, and this is as far as I got on it. Long, boring outro. George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed, even if it got a little long-winded at the end, and have a good one.